Sweet. So let's see who's here first. I guess I'm here first. Let's see who's your second. I like you up. What's up, Tristos186? You were the first one here. How's it going, buddy? This lip is completely numb, so drinking coffee is really weird. I'm kind of scared it's just gonna fall out all over my lap. What's up, Boshimi? How's it going? Alright, we have Prep Sprint, that's pretty gnarly. We got Blade Flurry, Violet Teacher. We probably want a Violet Teacher prep something. We could potentially hold on to Blade Flurry for some sort of Blade Flurry clear with the Violet Teacher against Zoo. I think I'm going to pass it back, try and look for Sap or Eviscerate here. How's the teeth? The teeth are good. The teeth are good. The face is numb. But the teeth are good. Thanks, Alex Wiz. I hope you have a good day too, man. Alright, so deck list is on screen. Everything looks good. Dope. I just need to wait for Sweet Coffee to mulligan here and we can have a game. Looks like he's mulliganing all 3 cards. That leans more towards handlock, but could still be Zoo. Especially with the high curve Zoo's running nowadays. What's up, Brezel? Or Brels? How's it going, man? What's up, Tensor? Pusha T, how's it going? Or Pusa T. Panty, what up? I just said panties. Alright, I'm gonna play a Pirate turn 1. I mean, it could be weak to Coil, but if he's coiling, then he's not tapping this turn if he's handlock, and if he's Zoo with Coil, that's weird. It's actually not that weird. I was trying it yesterday, it didn't work out good for me. Oops, knocked over a can. We got Eviscerate to go with our Violet Teacher. So next turn we have Coin Violet Teacher, prep Eviscerate if we wanted it. Probably not going to need it. It's probably not going to play a 3-drop or anything. I'm just going to Dagger Pass, I think, this turn. Hold on to the coin and maybe do something special with it later. What's up, Jinshin HS? The numbness is going. I should play Numb by Linkin Park because I'm numb. Huh. Just kidding, I'm not that much of a role player. SI7, or we have Coin Violet Teacher, or we have Coin Prep Sprint. I'm going to favor just the SI7 here. It could be it's weak to Hellfire is the thing. I'm going to play around Hellfire and just coin out a Violet Teacher, and then next turn I could prep Eviscerate SI, take out a Giant that way. Maybe that's better. Because we're going to tempt him to play a Giant, and then we have the means to destroy a Giant. So let's tempt him to play a Giant here, and then destroy the Giant. Sounds like a solid plan. There's the Giant. Let's take her down. Ooh. We can just do that. Down-Nose Eviscerate, run in the Pirate and dagger it. We don't really care about 8 damage to the face. This way we get to hold on to the prep for the sprint, which is pretty dope. We're losing a 2-1, and that's it, and taking down a Giant, basically. I guess technically we're also using an Eviscerate, but it's pretty good value for that 2-1. Really liking that Pirate. Running BGH and Rogue. No way, Jose. I don't know. I'm not. I've seen people do that. I've never been really quite a fan of it. People have been trying to run BGH and Rogue for the longest time. It's never been me. Blade Flurry for 2. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I say we just prep Sprint and try and get him as low as possible and go for a kill next turn, maybe. Well, it depends what you get off the Sprint, right? Alternatively, we could trade in this, try and find a Sap or Eviscerate or something. But I think now is just a fine time to prep Sprint. We get a bunch of 1-1s. He's going to need to use some sort of AoE board clear. Even if he has Watcher Shadow Flame, it's going to leave the 3/5 alive. There's Tinker Oil, that's what we were looking for. We have saps with Tinker Oil, so next time we can sap and oil if anything sticks. So we can just, I say we just go deep. Do I want to put him so that he can Molten Argus? If he Molten Arguses, then we can just like sap, hit him in the face a lot. Yeah, fuck it. So if I'm gonna sap, hit him in the face a lot, then I could hit with this. Then I can't sap oil next turn. Yeah, we'll just leave the dagger charge. Might have to re-dagger next turn though. Oh man. Is this ranked arena? This is ranked. We're at 4 right now. Does it not show on the UI because things are blocking it? Oh, you can see it. It's right there, 4. Any good replacement because you don't have him? If you're not running 2 fans, you could just run a second fan. You could run a Shiv over Thalanos. The cycle is the most important part over the spell power in a majority of the matchups. There's a few matchups where it's more important to have the spell power, but generally I'm going to say like either like Shiv or Loot Hoarder or Novice Engineer. But if you want to go deep and go for the spell power, then there's also the Kobold Geomancer option. All of them are fine. The cycle is more important against control, and the spell power is more important against aggro. So depending on what you're facing, balance those two out and see what you're doing. There's a coil going off. We have an Emperor. That's pretty sick. Still 3 1/1s in play. We got 4 power in play. So he's just heal botting. So 4. 4 plus 6 is 10. We don't have nearly enough to kill him. We can clear this entire board though, but what's the point, right? Let's just Emperor all face. 8, 9, 10, 11. He needs to have 11 damage out of hand to kill us. It's pretty much impossible. So we'll just Emperor do this. Set up to do massive damage next turn. So we have the oil. If anything sticks, it's going to be 6. Yeah, we should be able to do some stuff. We could potentially even like have a big flurry turn next turn. Thoughts on Ancient War Druid right now? Black Knights are extinct nowadays. Yeah, it's got potential. Sub hype! Nick Frenzy, thanks for subbing. Welcome back to the Batcave, man. 5 months in a row. You're awesome, dude. I appreciate it. But yeah, Black Knights don't really exist, but there's just so many decks that can just run you over. You need something to help with the aggro. So if you're playing Taunt Druid, you're gonna need some sort of like Wild Pyromancer or maybe Thalanos tech to give yourself like some spell power swipes, or just Wild Pyromancer is really good with like Wild Growth. There's some of your other spells like Wrath to get some AoE clears against sort of the more aggressive decks. So that's something you're gonna want to consider. Alright, how much damage do we have? So we have 4, 8, like 10 max. I don't think we can kill him. We can clear his entire board while developing a Drake. We can heal bot and kill his entire board if we're afraid of dying. Am I afraid of dying at 11? Nah. I'll just get the Drake out there. Hold on to my dagger charge. Play the fan off the top. See if it triggers him. Maybe it makes him a little frustrated there. He's like, man, he just top decked that fan right when he needed it. Do you get auto entry to defend the BlizzCon crown? No, I gotta qualify like everybody else. I've been working towards qualification points, but a lot of my points haven't been added yet. So like none of my points that I've earned in tournaments have been added yet. So there's like 100 points pending that need to be added to my name. And if they don't get added in time, I guess they just don't count. So hopefully it pulls through for me and I get some points there. So we could dagger, that's 5, 6, 7, 8. So we do all that, and that would be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage. Not quite enough. I say we just develop the board some again. We didn't die last turn, so we're probably not going to die this turn. We have a prep now. Ooh, fancy. Yeah, whatever. We'll just develop more. More minions, more power. We got 2 saps. We should be able to kill him at like any time. Am I gonna hit with this dagger? If I hit with the dagger, then next turn I can re-dagger, prep oil, so that's 0, so it's 2, so it's 3 mana to flurry and hit, so it's 3 mana, 8 damage, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, so yeah, I'm gonna hit. It's only weak to Loatheb if we hit, and if we get Loatheb, we're not flurrying anyway, because it costs too much mana. So yeah, that's fine. What's up? What's up, chat? Why is everybody spamming hi? Did I miss something? What's up, Check Darlin? How's it going? Or Check Dallin? Sorry, that font's really hard to read. The bright green. What's up, Scenarius? What's up, Tristos186 again? He was the first guy here. He said hi like 12 times. Alright, Ragnaros. We should be able to kill him. We can definitely kill him. Yeah, he knows it. What am I drinking? I'm just drinking some coffee. Staying energized, man. It's been a long day already. I'm already tired, man. That afternoon slump. Alright, let's see if we can hit rank 3 right here. What's up, highly rated IQ? How's it going, Force and Luck? Priest? Easy game, easy life. We should be able to stomp on Priest most of the time. Especially since we're running Pirate, which is actually pretty key against Priest because it allows your oils to just pretty much always have value. So we're going to mulligan everything, sort of look for Deadly Charge and 3 drops and 4 drops. Sprints are also not bad. If we can find a prep with a sprint, I will be delighted. But first off, we probably need to find an SI7 to go with this backstab. Doesn't look like we're going to hit, but yeah, maybe he doesn't have too aggressive of a start and he doesn't overwhelm us. There's a Deadly Charge. Deadly Charge is going to be enough to be able to hold off any of the Priest aggression. There's really no point in hitting. Priest usually doesn't have a 2-drop, so they're probably not going to heal. We're just going to save this dagger charge so we have 2 dagger charges to oil on, even if we top deck a 3-drop, because if we top deck a 3-drop, we're going to want to be able to play the 3-drop. So, holding on to that dagger charge. See if we can find a 3-drop here, and no. Alright, we could have swung with the dagger last turn. Do we want to kill this now? We could just deadly kill it, save the backstab for something more pertinent. Probably save the backstab combo with the teacher next turn. So let's deadly kill it so that next turn we can Violet Teacher backstab and then use the second half of our deadly charge to finish off his next minion, which is probably going to be an either Injured Blade Master with a coin Power Word Shield or coin Light of the Nario, which we wouldn't be able to deal with. Or it could be the 3-4 guy, the Dark Cultist, and then in that case we're going to be able to backstab and kill it with the deadly charge. So it just sets up to kill his next minion a lot better, because if we backstab this, then we're only going to have 3 damage instead of 4 damage to deal with Dark Cultist. So just a little planning ahead, and we can take advantage of our Priest opponent here. Don't you live in Michigan? Yeah, I live in Michigan. It's 2 p.m. I think. Pretty sure it's 2 p.m. 2 p.m. on Wednesday. Looks like he's just going to pass it back. So he did not have the Dark Cultist to play here. So I guess let's just drop the teacher. Get a minion out there on the board. Four drop from Priest, probably Piloted Shredder. I wouldn't feel terrible sapping a Piloted Shredder. But let's see what he tries to do here. Soul Priest, coin Light of the Nario. It's really aggressive. It's not going to kill it either. No, coin Power Word Shield. Okay. Now we could kill this, can we? Backstab oil kill it is really ugly. We could just sap it and hit him in the face. If we had 2 dagger charges, backstab oil would look a lot more appealing. Getting this into the range where it can get deathed also is not really beneficial for us, so I think it's fine just to just sap and fan, maybe? Cycle the fan. So cycle the fan first, see what we get, and then sap it. Alright, we'll do that. Ooh, another teacher. We get a bunch of 1/1s this way. Not the worst. Eventually, when we start getting to these sprints, as soon as after the first sprint, we should be good to go. Or if we ever find a preparation. Next draw preparation would be really good, because you can prep sprint, and prep sprinting on 6 is like the ideal time that you want to sprint, because then you have 2 mana left, and you can use a sap or eviscerate to catch back up in the tempo lost from sprinting. I thought he lived in Texas. I do live in Texas. I'm just currently in Michigan. We got a Blade Flurry here. We could set up a big Blade Flurry. We could swing Redagger just so we have oil potential. I don't mind it too much, but I say we just leave this up. Sprint next turn. We're not going to Flurry anytime soon. Yeah. I'm going to hold on to the Dagger Charge just in case. There we go, we baited this. That's not bad. So the Harrison Jones is out of the way, so we don't have to worry about setting up a big dagger and just kind of hanging it over his head for the rest of the game. So we're going to start off with sprint here, see if we get anything worthwhile. If not, we can just backstab trade in. Now we have the option to prep eviscerate if we want to preserve some 1/1s. Which I don't see it being that great of an option, because we need to get the... Generally, we're going to save the prep for the oil. Especially if he's running Harrison Jones, that means there's a chance he's running Blingtron, right? And we're only losing 1/1/1 because this creates a 1/1. So it's really inexpensive to kill this with the backstab, so I'm going to take the backstab. Even though we have the prep eviscerate option, I think prep eviscerate is just more useful. Firebat, you might never read this, but I really enjoy your stream. Keep it up, buddy. Aw, thanks, Flogo12. I appreciate that, man. I read all the positive things, dude. I just ignore the negative things. Firebat, can you live from Hearthstone without streaming every day? Not really. Alright, Dr. Boom. How do I want to deal with this mess? We could just Azure Drake eviscerate it. Could Azure Drake prep eviscerate it? Because we're running the 1/1s, right? We get more 1/1s with prep eviscerate for things to eat boombots, and then we can develop a 3/3. We could try to go for dagger, oil, hit it, flurry sort of thing, but I don't like that as much. I think we just Drake. Ooh, Fan of Knives. So we can just prep Fan of Knives, eviscerate it. So let's go to the face with everything. Good top deck. We're good at this game. So let's prep Fan of Knives. I guess we should prep eviscerate first so we get an extra 1/1 for it to hit, because we want it to kill 1/1s. So let's do the eviscerate first, because there's no one mana card we're going to draw that we want to play. Because the only run we want is Deadly Poison, so it doesn't really matter. So now there's extra 1/1s it could hit. So it should hit some 1/1s and not really bother us much. So let's see how that goes. Splendid. Alright, we killed all the 1/1s there with the bombs. That was really good. Do I still think Rogue is playable? Yeah, I think Rogue is definitely playable. Rogue's still up there as one of my favorite decks. Alright, so let's do the Emperor, Earthen Ring this guy so it doesn't die to a Light Bomb number 2, and just smack him in the face with it. Isn't 2 Falk unnecessary? I run Falk mainly just for the cycle, not the effect. So, well, kind of the effect, both. I think it's just better than Eviscerate most of the time. I mean, not better than Eviscerate. Sorry, Eviscerate's way better than Falk. I'm saying Falk is a better cycle card than Shiv or Loot Hoarder, in my experience. So that's why I run it. Alright, I'm just gonna Drake, and then Lotheb, and then Dagger up, and... next turn we're gonna go Deadly Oil Flurry, so that's 1, 4, and then we have 5, 6 if we want to redagger, so we can hit. And then we can get him. What's Falk? Falk is Fan of Knives, F-O-K. It does. It's cost 3 mana and does 1 damage across the board and draws you a card, which is a pretty underwhelming effect, which is why a lot of people don't really like it. But with spell power, it can be extremely powerful, and also just the cycle is extremely important in Rogue because you could run short on some cycle. So I don't know how much damage this is, but we should do it, right? Let's get in there. I'm not counting. I believe this is gonna kill him. I'm just gonna believe in the heart of the cards. Got him. 1 overkill. The belief is real. No counting needed. Well played. Win streaking. Up to 3. We're doing it. Decorate my walls. I don't live here. What's the best replacement for Thalanos? Depends what you want to accomplish. If you want to beat aggro, then I would suggest Kobold Geomancer. If you want to beat control, then I would suggest some sort of cycle cantrip like Loot Hoarder, Novice Engineer, or Shiv. Ooh, Warrior's not good for us.
Watch your back.
Alright. We can keep SI7 Agent, but it's pretty underwhelming in till turn 6, especially since he kept 2 cards. So let's just pass everything back. Violet Teacher with Prep is really good. Deadly Poison, really good. So we got a really solid hand here. I think we could actually win this, even though Warrior is usually really hard. Second Prep, not so good. We wanted any spell besides Prep. Alright, what are we doing here? Armor Smith? Course. I say we just dagger up, hit it, and then next turn redagger, deadly, hit it. Just get it done with. We have Violet Teacher Prep Sap. Not too shabby. If we could find a sprint, maybe. Take care of business. That is just really awkward. I didn't think anybody even ran that card anymore. Oh, we got a sprint. Well, we're getting rid of one of his whirlwind effects, which is pretty good, because usually the way Warrior kills you is lots and lots of whirlwind effects. We know it's Patron Warrior for sure, which means he has limited removal, because he only has 2 executes instead of 2 executes, 2 shield slams. So we don't really need to be as careful with our damage as like you have to do with normal Oil Rogue versus Patron Warrior. I mean, normal Oil Rogue versus Warrior. Alright, let's Violet Teacher Prep Sap. Clear the board! Hopefully he doesn't just replay that guy in like Whirlwind. On turn 6, we're going to want to do the Prep Sprint, so we can Prep Sprint, possibly eviscerate that Frothing Berserker, or find our other sap and sap something. You think Tempo Mage can do well on ladder in the current meta? I've never really been a fan of Tempo Mage or a Tempo Mage player. Why am I drinking so loud? I don't know. As my lip is numb, it makes it really hard to drink. Looks like he's going with this play. See if the coin execute, because that would be a bummer. Doesn't look like he does. So we can just dagger deadly hit that. We're only taking 6, it's not even bad. Just a wee bit of damage here. Preserving our board presence I think is worth. It's 1 frothing down. As soon as the other frothing down, and then we don't have to really worry about too much burst damage from him besides the Grom. Why is my lip numb? I went to the dentist. They do that to you, man. The dentist is brutal. I hate the dentist. This is one of my least favorite places. Alright, that's scary. We need to find a Blade Flurry for when he unleashes the Patrons on us. Violet Teacher is not good here. Just gets slaughtered by the Despite. So let's just Prep Sprint. Healbot not useful. Backstab not useful. Oil not really the most useful. Double Oil. Wow, we don't have anything, man. I guess we're just going to hit face, redagger. We have 2 oils, so we need to make something happen here. So we're going to have to be pretty aggressive. Why'd I go to the dentist? Because I need to get my teeth cleaned, man. How much power does this deck lose by replacing Thalnos with Geomancer? Not that much power. It's pretty much the same deck. It's like a little worse, I guess. I mean, one card never like really make or breaks a deck. Thalnos is definitely not a core card. It's sort of like a utility card that just makes the deck a little bit better, you know? Alright. We can just backstab oil. Could go face, and flurry, but that's our only flurry in hand, and that's kind of awkward. He's probably setting up to do something nasty. But wasting 4 damage is kind of a bummer. So we have 4, 8, 12, and then next turn we could do like 8 more. It's not even close to enough, so I think we have to trade here. And I'm gonna guess we just go face. We could hold on to it in case he plays Grom next turn, because that might be his plan, because he just Empered, so he could play Grom. So I guess we hold on to it in case Grom comes down, and then next turn we can just oil, hit face, flurry off Grom. But we're going to be really low after that and probably just lose anyway. But it's worth a shot. If we're able to get prep, we could Healbot, prep oil, hit him in the face, flurry, and live through Grom for 7 mana here. Doesn't look like it's Grom. It looks like it is a bunch of patrons charging at our face. He's just charging a 2/2. That is peculiar. He's swinging with Despite. His Whirlwind effect is gone for an extra card. His hand must really be trash. With that Deathbite gone, we don't have to really play around Grom or any sort of crazy finishers at the moment. Well, he does have 10 damage. He could kill us with Grom Whirlwind at the moment, if we want to play around that. I say we kill this, and then just Healbot SI down the 4/1. Get some board presence, start pressuring him. Still got the flurry in reserve. Feeling pretty comfortable. Why no Dark Iron Skulker? Because I'd rather Ezreal prep Fan. I don't know, it's just really clunky and inconsistent. Like, Rogue can't have too many situational cards since everything's constantly just cycling. That's why a lot of people cut Teachers for Shredders, because Shredders are more consistent because they don't need to really be comboed with anything. Yeah, and Dark Iron Skulker sucks against Patron Warrior. Alright, Gromash. We have a Flurry for 4. Now it's for 5. If we Big Flurry it, we're kind of in trouble. Do we have a choice, though? Because we can't develop anything if we're just oil flurrying. And then he's just going to kill us with like patrons and stuff as the game progresses, unless we're able to find another flurry. But then we need to find another deadly poison to go with another flurry, so that's just awful. I think we have to just kind of YOLO. I'm going to YOLO Drake. Can't flurry SI that yet. So, just Teacher and pass, and hopefully we don't die. He's probably going to be tempted to trade with us, maybe, so he doesn't die. Maybe, maybe not. But I think it's a risk you have to take here, because if we kill off the Grom and use all of our damage and all of our clear doing it, then we're just going to lose in the long run of the game. So we're giving ourselves the potential to win here. Alright, good.
Mind if I roll need?
And then he traded like a bitch. Now he can get just the flurry for 4 and be fine. If we're able to find another minion or a sprint here, we should be in good position. Minion? Sprint? Good enough. We don't really need to even flurry this. We can just sprint SI and backstab the 2-1 maybe. So let's go sprint.
This guy's toast.
Alright, I think we should be stabilizing now. Uh-oh. We could be dead. He's only got 1 whirlwind though, so I think we should be fine. This is what we've been saving this flurry for. We've been trying not to play flurry the whole game. There was like 3 situations where it would have been really good to play flurry. And we've been holding out for this Patron moment. So hopefully we can punish him here and do a lot of work. Oh jeez. Does he have like double inner rage and just kill us here? That would be awful. He's got 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. He needs the second inner rage to kill us. Does he have the second inner rage? Looks like he's trading there. Alright, how much damage do we have? We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's it. Just 12. That's not going to cut it. So let's just heal ourselves for sure. And then probably just Loatheb and Flurry. And then next turn we try and kill him. So he can't use spells this turn, and he's got to somehow come up with 8 damage with Grom already used. Let's see if it's got him in him. See if there's some like Leroy weapon.
What now?
So yeah, I think he's dead. He is gonna armor. King Crush. Ragnaros. The Rag Flip. He has no chargy dudes left at all. And we got him. So it's done, boys. So it was kind of greedy how long we had to hold on to that flurry, but I think it paid off for us because we won the game. We're able to set him to 1 and then just flurry him. Beautiful. What's up, Flippy? How's it going, man? Played this game very nice. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate that. What a good guy, Tom. I think we got a bit lucky. We had to bluff that we had lethal in our hand when we clearly didn't have lethal because we had a shit draw and he had a really good draw. So there was a point, that point where we played Azure Drake and Violet Teacher. If he just went face there with the Grom, we were dead. So we had to make the bluff that we're setting up lethal that turn. And so we took the bluff that we're setting up lethal, and then he fell for that bluff that we were setting up lethal, and he traded thinking that he's far enough ahead that he can trade and still win the game. And then from there we were able to save our flurry and win the game. So that bluff there was like turn 8 or 9. That's really what allowed us to win that game. So go us. Alright, I'm going to keep the prep. And I'm going to find a minion. 4-drop. 4-drop. We're looking for Violet Teacher. That sprints and backstabs. I don't know, man. Alright. Got SI7 with the backstab. Not too bad. Hey, what's up, Jafina? How's it going? I haven't seen you in my chat in a long time. Alright, Control Warrior possibly. Usually Patron Warrior plays something on turn 2, so I'm going to dagger the face and hope for the best. I'm generally going to hold on to this SI7, not going to play it on 3, because if you play it on 3, he can develop a weapon and kill it, whereas if you play it on 6 with another 3-drop, then he develops a weapon, kills one, and then the other one hits him for 3, and then he has to kill the other one, so he's taking 9 damage. And that's one of the ways you can kind of cheat yourself an extra 3 damage against Control Warrior, so you can kind of kill him before the end. Otherwise, they can actually just out-armor your damage as if you're playing, like, Freeze Mage, for example. Ooh, coin Violet Teacher is really good, because he can't kill it with Deathbite. So I'm going to coin the Violet Teacher, and I'm just going to poke with a dagger. No, Stothiax. I just don't own any clothes in Michigan right now. All of my clothes are in Texas, and I didn't bring any back. And I'm just wearing my little brother's clothes, and this is the stuff he wears. Okay, I say we just prep sprint, right? But let's count and make sure we're not going to overdraw. We have 3, 6, 7, so we're going to draw 4, that's 11, but we're using 2, so that's 9. So we are all good here. He's running a slam. That might mean he's Patron Warrior with a bad draw, so that's something to start thinking about. And we're most likely going to find that out pretty soon, so we don't have to worry about it too much longer. But he's armoring up a lot in the early game. So it's like, can't really tell which type he is, so sort of just gotta kind of wait. What do I mean when I say cycle? Cycle is when you draw a card with a card. So one card trades into another card. So it doesn't actually gain you card advantage. So it's not technically card draw or generating a card, because it's trading one card for one card, and that's cycling. Whereas with drawing is something like tapping, or Arcane Intellect, or drawing 2 off Acolyte of Pain. So cycle is just one card for one card, so it's just a recycling process. And drawing is one card for 2 cards. And yeah, that's just about that. I'm gonna just Thalnos SI, I think. I need to get cards out of my hand, so I need to play 2 things. Wait a minute, actually. We can just Violet Teacher again for the same argument that it doesn't die immediately to the weapon, so he can't just Deathbite it down. Although on this turn, I guess he could Deathbite Cruel Taskmaster it. But if he's committing 2 cards to it, we feel a lot better about it. Why Teachers over Shredders? I like Teachers better in almost every matchup. I feel like they're more of a threat. They're a little less consistent, because sometimes you just get a 3-5 body of it and you don't have the opportunity to generate any 1-1s. Whereas Shredder, it always is a 4-3 that generates something. So Shredder's the more consistent version, and Teacher's the more powerful version, but less consistent. So you don't really want to play Emperor into that because it just dies. Earthen Ring is a pretty solid pickup that's going to allow 2 things to live. We could play into Brawl here and just Earthen Ring SI, or we could Earthen Ring Dagger up just because we need to get a Dagger up eventually. Also plays into Geddon to Earthen Ring SI, because if we Earthen Ring SI, he can swing here and then Geddon us. If he Geddons us, then we have Thalnos Eviscerate, or we just have Thalnos Backstab SI. So we can deal with Geddon, we can deal with Brawl, because most of this, we have tons of reload in our hand, right? So I think it's fine to kind of overextend a little bit here. Bring on the aggro. Against Control Warrior, you gotta be pretty aggressive. Still not sure if it's Control Warrior or Patron Warrior. He hasn't really shown in much yet. Is Thorson really good in this deck? I think Thorson works a lot better with Teachers than it does with Shredders, because it allows you a lot more opportunities to make Teachers broken. I also think Thorson's really good with the Pirate, because it allows you an opportunity to have a lot of burst damage out of hand. So that's kind of why I like Thorson, but it's another one of those cards that's really good sometimes or does nothing other times. So it's an inconsistent card that increases the overall potential power of your deck while lowering the consistency. So it's one of those tech cards that you're like, do I want to always have the deck behave, like, do I want the deck to behave 75% of the time this way, or do I want the deck to behave 60% of the time a little weaker and like 60% of the time more powerful, sort of thing. So, alright, so it's Patron Warrior, and we're about to get hit for 100. Violet Teacher kind of sucks against Patron Warrior because this happens. That is some damage. But nothing we can't really handle. We got the oil in our hand now, so that is really solid. We could start getting some actual damage flow going. We have Thanos Eviscerate SI for the clear to just keep developing. He didn't really handle our board this turn, and that's one of his charge givers gone, so it should get more and more awkward to kill our board as the game goes on. With some damage backing this, the 6 chip damage is pretty valuable. We gotta get a dagger up eventually is the only thing. So that's really what we gotta try and focus on setting up. And for that to happen, I guess we need to sap like a Belcher or a Gromosh or Dr. Boom. On one of the turns where he commits a lot of mana and we sap, then we're gonna have enough room to develop the dagger for sure. But for now, let's just keep pressuring him with minions and see where we go from there. Hey, do you think Shade is better than South Sea Deckhand? Shade is better than South Sea Deckhand early game for sure, but South Sea Deckhand's better late game. So every single card that you put in there that people have been running that you see as common tech cards all have like positives and negatives. So 3, 6, 9, 10. The Eviscerate is going to make it lethal, right? We can just...
Hey, lights out.
We hit with this. Backstab this. Run the oil out. Eviscerate the face. Hit with the oil. Hit with this. And hit with that. Sure. Got him. Steady climbing. The win streak is real, boys. Alright. See if we can't hit rank 2. That'd be awesome. Alright, Warlock. Sometimes I like Pirate turn 1 against Warlock. Especially if it's handlock, because it can generally get in enough chip damage. Looks like he's mulliganing everything, so we kind of need to find some stuff here. So I'm going to keep Pirate for turn 1, hope he doesn't have Coil for it. Usually people don't keep Coil as Warlock against Rogue, so the Pirate just ends up getting like 8 chip damage in, which is what it's going to get anyway, throughout the, like if I save it for later game. So it just uses my mana efficiently to throw him out there, and then next turn dagger up. Hopefully no Coil. He mulliganed all of his cards. Ooh, Pirate, or that guy, Zombie Chow, that's kind of awkward. Usually they also mulligan away Zombie Chow. Alright. I'm gonna just dagger this preemptively. And he's probably gonna trade there. I think he would have coiled it if he had the coil in his hand. Coil off the top's pretty unfortunate for me. Now he's got a coin tap if he wants to tap those, so we get the coin out of the way. We can still just dagger this over a few turns. Doesn't really affect us much. Kinda awkward. Top deck coil got us. We try to get 2 damage. Like, they only run 1 or 2 coils, right? So, like, what's the % chance they get the coil? Alright, that didn't work. They run Farseer, huh? A lot of handlocks don't run Farseer no more. This is going to allow his Zombie Chow and his dude to just trade into my Violet Teacher if I play Violet Teacher this turn, which is really bad for me. Because if I play this, then he can Twilight Drake. He can't Mountain Giant, but he can Twilight Drake and then Twilight Drake after trade. It's really bad for me. But, he got it. Hopefully he doesn't have Twilight Drake is the only thing. If he has Giant, I don't think he can play it this turn. What is his card set? 7, yeah, he needs 8 to be able to play it for 4. Right.
So many possibilities.
Implosion. Hamlock with Implosion. Lucky for me, it rolls 2. I'm going to be able to pick off those imps with the dagger pretty conveniently. We have Fan of Knives, but I don't think it's worth Fan of Knives. Let's just develop the creature. He seemed to be stressing removal when he killed the last creature, so maybe he'll do the same with this. We have the Zombie Chow on the field, so we got 5 life gain just sitting there, so we don't really care too much about... What is the picture of that on your cup? This is Hello Kitty. It's a Hello Kitty cup. See? And then on the back it says Hello Kitty. Alright. He's been using a lot of removal. Maybe he's out of Dark Bombs and Implosions for the Emperor. Hold on to the Dagger Charge. Might be useful later. He might not want to re-equip. If we're able to find a Deadly Poison, maybe we can do like a Sprint Deadly Poison turn, something like that. Siphon Soul's coming down. Well, he's not developing, so that's still good for us. How low do we really want to get here, though, is the real question. Oh, we have Backstab 3, 6, 7. So this is going to get us to 10 cards, and then we can use the Backstab to hit that. Alright, we've gotten out of the early game now. Now I gotta try and set up our offense. What do I mulligan for in this deck? Violet Teachers, Preps, SI7, Deadly Poison, but really depends on the matchup. But most matchups is those cards. Violet Teachers and Preps are really good. I like always keep Prep. A lot of people mulligan away Prep. I think Prep is like the #1 card to keep. Prep is just so good in the deck. It's such a huge tempo gain. It's like Innervate, but better. Alright, we can eviscerate that. Alright, so we have Lotheb Thalnos Eviscerate, clears it. I'm gonna go with that clear. Could have played like Drake. But I like getting the Lotheb out there, just making it so obstructs him from killing things, and we can set up for some huge spell power clear with these fans. So hopefully he develops a bunch of minions and we can just spell power fan sort of thing. With maybe like a backstab thrown in there, or like double spell power or some stuff, because he's unable to remove things because he can't use spells this turn. So he commits more minions and we're able to benefit from these fans a lot more. Would you ever keep 2 preps in your hand if you had the option? No, I wouldn't ever keep like 2 preps. 2 preps is too many. 1 prep is good though. Ooh, Lotheb. It's kind of a bummer for us. He's Lothebing our Lotheb turn. That's fine though. We're able to Drake, Earthen Ring, set up a dagger, just trade that off probably. He's gonna owl that, denying the cycle. Another Zombie Chow. Alright, let's set up Drake, see what we get. Oil. We gotta get rid of this Lotheb in threat of Shadow Flame. So let's kill that for sure. We could probably just push 1 damage with down. Let's keep it around and use dagger there, but nah. Actually, let's keep the dagger charge solid since we have the oil. We got oil flurry. So let's keep our dagger 2. Just heal up. We got a bit of damage. We got 8.
I'm just curious, why am I so good?
Oh baby, we got a donation. The recent tip box looks sad and empty. $5 from Thanan. Thanks, dude. I really appreciate it. Thanks for supporting the stream, man. Hopefully that donation inspires us to play well and we can actually win this game.
So many possibilities.
Alright, 23. He's going to trade here in Hellfire. Then he's going to be at 20. Alright, so we have 8, 12. Not even close. Alright, we can just 3 mana fan. Alright, that's 6. Then we have enough for a 4 drop. We have not enough for a 5 drop. We've used 1 Drake already, though. It's probably not relevant. So I say we just 3 mana fan. Save the 2 mana fan in case for other stuff. I guess we could have played Healbot, but I don't think we'd play Healbot anyway. Do I want to cycle this fan since we have nothing going on, actually? Maybe I should have used it first then. Should have realized that I have nothing else going on in my hand. So yeah, let's just cycle this because our hand is trash. Alright, we got a sprint. We got 9 cards left. We're getting close to the end, so we should be able to find the pirate with the double oil connection at one point. Alright, 25. Twilight Drake, and what is another Dark Bomb? That's second Dark Bomb. 2 Dark Bombs, 1 Implosion. And we have Prep Sprint. 3, 6, 7, 8 cards. So we're going to go up to 10 after Prep Sprint. Second Blade Flurry. We have Violet Teacher, Sap Deadly, potentially. Just generate a bunch of 1/1s. We could save Deadly to initiate the combo with Oil, though, if we wanted. Yeah. We have Backstab. We'll just generate the extra 1/1. So our dagger's at 3. We can get it up to 6. And then with Backstab is 8 to kill giants. We're going to hold on to it. We need all the burst damage we can get because he's still at 25 and nowhere near to killing him. But he shouldn't be able to make 2 big-ass taunts in the same turn. So we should only need the 1 sap. We're out of preps. We have another oil, we have the pirate. So at some point we need to go pirate, oil, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we have 2 mana left over still. So we can even eviscerate with that to get through the last taunt. So we can backstab, eviscerate a taunt, pirate, oil, sap, hit, flurry. So looking for the pirate. Ezra Drake, that's weird. That's going to be able to Shadow Flame for 5 and clear our board, though. Interestingly enough. What do you think are good and bad matchups of Oil Rogue aside from Warrior? That's a tough question. There's a lot of matchups in Hearthstone. You can run out of damage against a lot of decks, so a lot of things can outlast it. Oh, we have dudes left. So how much damage is that? Holy shit, let me count. We can get up 5. 5 plus 6. Alright, so this gets up to 8, so that's 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Lethal.
Here we go.
Do as you say, I shall do as you say.
Welcome.
Revenge is a streamer. I met him before. I met him at, I think I met him at Romania. DreamHack Bucharest in Romania. So he's a good guy. He's a streamer. He's probably streaming right now. If you guys want to check that out, drop by and say hi real quick. But don't leave me. Come back. So, yeah. I don't know why the daily top didn't update. That's kind of weird. It's set to, like, automatically update is what it's supposed to do. So, I have no idea what's going on with that. We can just enter the text manually, I guess, because we do not want to leave our donator hanging. So, Thanan, I got your back. We're upgrading you to the daily top and putting you in there manually. Appreciate the $5, bro. Thanks for supporting the stream. Alright, is you version better than Purple Dragon Swell Rogue? I like mine personally better just because it's what I'm comfortable with. I'm sure his has its ups and downs. I mean, the more, like, there's a standard build that everybody uses. So everyone's got the standard shell, and then everyone's tech cards are all different, and they all, like, have ups and downs to them. So, depends what tech choices you really enjoy. You can potentially keep the sprint there. But I'm really looking for a 4-drop, some, like, Sap and Violet Teacher is, like, the dream, because then you can go coin Violet Teacher, prep Sap. So I'm looking for that, and also, like, SI7 Deadly Poison, sort of things. Backstab, not the greatest. Healbot, completely useless. Sprint is kind of okay if they have a weak start. And that is not a weak start. So he's got the Innervate Shade, the worst nightmare. We can still come back from this, though. There's the Violet Teacher. Violet Teacher is really key here. So we get in the Violet Teacher, that's step 1. Now we need to get a spell that goes with the Violet Teacher. We're looking for either Eviscerate or Sap, generally. Just spells that'll instantly remove a creature. Because we have Backstab Eviscerate, which is going to be able to kill his 5-drop, the 4/6 bear. Or we have Sap, which could do the same thing. So either Eviscerate or Sap would be amazing. Revenge says GG. GG, man. I top decked him. Tell him I'm sorry about the top deck. 3, 6, 7. I'm gonna hold the dagger in case I want to coin Violet Teacher prep something next turn. Double hero power, that's awesome. His really fast start is slowing down a little bit. If we don't get anything to play with his Violet Teacher, it's kind of awkward. You can coin Violet Teacher prep Fan. Or we could just coin prep Sprint. Both of those are really bad. I say we have to coin Violet Teacher prep Fan. Just to try and get something going on. We want board development. We don't want to just let him run Rampage on the board. And if we just don't do anything, then he's going to be able to run this in there and just basically kill it for free while developing. So this way we get at least things on the board, cycle a card, and get closer to answers. So if he trades in there, we can dagger it down after sapping like a bear or something. Still not the greatest. Maybe he'll have a weak turn again. Hopefully he doesn't have swipe plus innervate for the hero power. That's worst case.
I must safeguard the master.
He's gonna hide the shade still. That is an interesting decision on his part. We don't really have too many ways to punish that.
Instruction begins. Here
I guess we're just gonna kill this. Hit him in the face. Next turn, Lotheb backstab. Clear something. Oh, swipe Marino. That shade is getting big. Lack of other plays, we're just slamming down Lotheb. Do I want a dagger face? Kinda. Am I gonna? No, because I'll probably top deck something. Really bad draw, man. Double sprint and the heal bot and double sap. And no targets for him. There's a target. Now we can sap something. Looks like he's trading though. Unfortunate. Maybe Fan of Knives. Emperor. Emperor would be really good if we didn't have to sap and kill that. This is gonna make our turn hella awkward. So we have to take care of that 7-1, like.
Can't do that.
Ah! Not good. Not good at all. Hopefully he doesn't have Dr. Boom or an Ancient Allure here. Hopefully, weak turn. Alright, we can sap it, I guess. He's playing Taunt Druid. We can prep sprint sap it. Thing is, if we sap this and he plays it again, it's pretty awkward for us. But, we can Emperor prep sap it. And then maybe he doesn't play it again because he's got to kill the Emperor. Or he plays it again and Emperor gets to proc twice. And then we'd be sprinting into, like, what? Backstab, Eviscerate, and then trade. That's not good. 6 mana sprint. I don't know which one I like better. Doing it first. Alright, let's prep sprint. I'm just gonna play the pirate just to have it on the board. So we got almost enough to get through it. We got 2, 4, 6. Oh, he's not playing it again. He's too afraid. Cool. We baited him to use Wrath instead of playing the Ancient War again. That's awesome. So now we're able to just fully clear this and set up an Emperor. It could be potentially really awkward for him, or we could Azure Drake, backstab a SI. I don't know which one's better. Another hard decision.
So many options.
This Azure Drake backstab SI is really solid. Nah, I want to get the Emperor in play. I'll take some damage doing it though. Oh, does he have combo? Does he not have combo? Does Blops Plop run combo in his Ancient Award Druid? That's really the question here. Because if he runs combo here, then I gotta do the Azure Drake backstab SI. Play around the combo. Otherwise, if he doesn't run combo, then I gotta then I can Emperor Eviscerate hit with the dagger. If he runs combo, I could also Emperor Eviscerate hit with the dagger backstab to fully clear off the 1/2. Alright. We'll just fully kill the 1/2. It's kind of a weak backstab. I feel pretty gross doing it, but plays around combo and it also plays around him killing my Emperor. So the only way he can kill it while developing a decent minion is like Azure Drake swipe. Otherwise it's going to be kind of awkward for him.
Where shall I strike?
Shoot the Claw, charge, and Wrath. So he's not developing any minion on his entire turn. Gucci. And get out of combo range while developing a minion here. Backstab's not a bad draw. So Azure Drake, see what comes up. Ooh, Thalnos is really good. If we're able to get an Eviscerate with this Thalnos, we could potentially set up to actually deal with Ancient War. Yeah, we'll just hold the dagger charge. Oh, jeez. So we can get up to 4 and then flurry for 3. So live! Everything lived, it's green, awesome. Alright, Donos died, but who cares? Got the Eviscerate now. Not bad.
This guy's toast.
We're at 19, so we're sitting purty. We don't really need to heal ourselves. Could heal ourselves anyway. Yeah, we're at 19, fuck it. And Dagger Face. Turn on the heat. So that Ancient War is not going to save him since of how much tempo we were able to generate during that turn from the double spell power. Got him. Ancient War coming down though as a last ditch effort here. We should be able to deal with this quite nicely. Let's sprint first, see what we get. Alright, so let's just Eviscerate, and then we have to trade in 2 3/3s. Or we can Eviscerate Flurry and trade in 1 3/3. Pushes a lot of damage. But this is our second Flurry, so then we wouldn't have a Flurry for the oil. But do we need a Flurry for the oil? It's the same thing as flurrying with the oil, because it pushes the same amount of damage, right? This way we get an extra 5 damage in. So I think it's worth. Because it does 2 here for the flurry effect with the spell power, and then it gets an extra 3 in because an extra 3/3 connects to the face. Whereas doing it with the oil, it gets an extra 4 damage in because we just flurry with the oil on. So it actually adds damage to our deck, basically, which is pretty cool. Let's get rid of SI7. He's the 3/3 I choose to kill. Alright. So we should be all set here. Ah, another taunt. This is a scary taunt too because it could kill us. Oh, there we go. Do we win? Do we win? Do we win?
This guy's toast.
Got him. So that was kind of a bummer because he had like the nuts on us, right? He had the Innervate Innervate Shade, and he had all those like taunts and stuff, and he had that Dr. Boom on 7, and I really didn't like that game, but we were able to push through it, so we got him. Alright guys, that's going to be the end of my stream for today. Sorry it's a little shorter than usual. I got a bunch of stuff I got to take care of. And my mouth still hurts from Redurnist. So like all this talking and stuff is really a pain. But I'll be streaming tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. So feel free to tune in 2 p.m. Eastern. We didn't lose a single game this stream. So that was really cool. We streamed for over an hour and we didn't lose once. So maybe we can pull that off again tomorrow. But I wouldn't expect to not lose. It's you generally lose at least once or twice, especially on stream, because you know sometimes you get sketchy people. But we were able to get some favorable RNG and pull out some good wins. Anyway, let me look for somebody to bomb so we can raid somebody. Let me first check if there's any teammates online so we can drop by, say hi to them. If not, I kind of want to check out that Malagos Warlock that Revenge was playing, so we might just bomb him, because that's going to be where I'll be watching if I don't have any teammates on. Yeah, you know what, let's bomb that guy. His deck looked pretty sick. I'm going to check that out and watch that. So I'll host him. Feel free to drop by, say hi. Here we go. So I'll link the stream. We played against him earlier. He was the Warlock. He's running some sort of crazy Malagos Warlock deck. So feel free to check him out at Revenge's Suite. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you drop a follow so you know when that is. Take care, guys.